Take your knees wide, sit back on your heels, reach your arms forward and place your forehead on the mat, wide-legged child's pose today. And if your forehead doesn't touch the mat, you can always place a block underneath your forehead to make it more accessible to you. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Open your mouth and let it out. One more time, deep breath in through the nose. Open your mouth and let it out. Now breathing in and out only through your nose, cultivating that Ujjayi breath if you have it in your practice. Deep inhales through the nose, long exhales, making that ocean-like sound with a slight constriction at the back of your throat. Ujjayi pranayama or Ujjayi breath helps you keep the internal heat in your body as you practice, and also helps you to stay mindful of your practice because you can hear yourself breathing. And if you're practicing with someone, you can hear them breathe. So it's a way to connect with your practice. A few more breaths here, grounding yourself down on the mat, arriving to your practice, leaving the day behind, leaving the week behind. And then on your next inhale, walk your hands all the way over to the right side of the mat. Breathe into the stretch that you feel on the left side of the body. Make sure both your hips are still planted onto your heels. And if you want to deepen the stretch, you can take your left hand and place it on top of your right hand. Take a few breaths here into the left side of the body. Now walking your hands all the way over to the left side of the mat, maybe outside your mat. Plant your forehead back down, plant your hips back down on your heels and breathe into the right side of the body, elongating the side ribs there. And if you want to deepen the stretch, you can place your right hand on top of your left hand. Slowly walk your hands all the way back to the center and make yourself up into a tabletop. Strong tabletop. Your knees are right underneath your hips. Your wrists are right underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide like a starfish and press the mat away so that you have a slight rounding in your upper shoulders. Suck in your belly button so that you have a flat back. Hold it here, experiencing this strong tabletop for just a couple of breaths. And now tuck your toes in. Lift your knees off just 1 inch off the mat. Keep pressing the mat away. Keep sucking your belly button in. Hold it here, breathe. And release. Let's take a few cat-cows. On the inhale, drop your belly, lift your tail up, lift your heart up to the ceiling as you gaze up. Exhale, push the mat away, round your back like an angry cat, tuck your tail in and gaze at your belly button. Inhale, drop your belly, arching your spine and lifting up like a happy cow. Exhale, round your back and push the mat away, gaze at your belly button. 3 more like this with your own breath, exaggerating the movement in your spine, maybe pausing where you feel the stretch the most. Going as slow as you want or as fast as you want. Notice that your neck and your tailbone are part of your spine. Noticing the movement and the separation there as well. And then after your third round, come to a neutral tabletop, again with that strong core. Let's all flip our right hand up so that the palm faces the ceiling for a few wrist stretches. So go ahead and shift your weight back and forth, just gently. Keep pressing the back of the right hand down. But just stretching out the palm, just like you're in gorilla pose, but with one hand. And then flip that right hand back over. Flip the left hand so that the palm faces the ceiling. And go ahead and shift your weight back and forth one more time, just a little bit. Not so much that your entire hand, back of the hand peels up off the mat, but just a little bit so that you feel a stretch in your wrist. And then release, plant that hand back down. Move your hands one palm print forward, tuck your toes, lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Push the mat away, make sure your hands are shoulder distance apart or maybe a little bit wider. Your feet are hip distance apart, maybe keeping a slight bend in your knees to elongate the spine down to the mat. Start pedaling your legs out, bending one knee, press the opposite heel all the way down to the mat. And change sides. Notice the stretch that you feel in your calf muscle here. And breathe into it. And then come to a still down dog. We're going to hold a still down dog for 2 breaths. Take a deep inhale. And exhale it out. Keep pushing the mat away. One more deep inhale. And exhale it out. Right foot comes outside the right hand. Left foot comes outside the left hand. Drop into Malasana, Yogi squat. Dropping your elbows in between your knees. Maybe press your feet so that your bum is lifted up off the mat a little bit so you're not sinking into your Malasana. Crown of the head reaches the ceiling. Strong squat here, like a low squat. Breathe. Don't round your back. Keep that back straight. And then drop your hands to the ground. Walk your feet hip distance apart and take ragdoll, grabbing opposite elbows and letting your head and neck go. Use the weight of the head and neck to pull your spine down to the mat. Maybe sway from side to side like a pendulum. Maybe shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. And then release your fingertips to the mat. On your next inhale, bend your knees a lot and slowly roll all the way up to standing. Exhale, shoulder blades roll back and down. Inhale, take your hands up, palms touch, gaze up at the ceiling. Exhale, palms come to heart center. Drop your shoulders, gently tuck your chin. We'll start class with 1 Om. Exhaling all the air out. Take a deep breath in for the Om. Gently open your eyes if you have them closed. Setting an intention for this practice, or maybe dedicating the practice to something or someone you love, someone who needs it more than you do right now. Surya Namaskara A, we'll break it down the first time. And then we'll do 2 more rounds, 1 breath, 1 movement. Inhale, take your hands up, palms touch, gaze up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hinge at the hips and swan dive all the way down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, reach the crown of the head forward. On the exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, take it back to a high plank, start as a push-up, hold it here, suck in your belly button, hold it here, breathe, a strong plank, hips and shoulders at the same level. You're not in downward facing dog. Push the mat away, hold it, breathe. One more deep inhale. On the exhale, drop your knees, your chest, your chin, Ashtanga Pranam. This is your variation to Chaturanga Dandasana. Come all the way down to the mat, uncurl your toes, inhale, Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Exhale, forehead comes to mat. One more time, inhale, Cobra, Bhujangasana. Peel your chest up, squeeze your elbows and press the tops of the feet down. Exhale, forehead comes to mat. Last time, this time, maybe move your hands by your ribs, press your palms down, press the tops of the feet down and lift your thighs off the mat, upward facing dog. This is an option. Bhujangasana, you can keep doing it if your knees are down. Hold it here, breathe, push the mat away, maybe turn your gaze up slightly. Exhale, roll over the toes and come into a downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here. Keeping a slight bend in the knees if you want to. The goal is to elongate the spine. Let your head and neck go. Press your heels down to the mat. They may not touch. They're just aiming to get there. Keep your belly button sucked in. Breathe. Last deep inhale. Exhale all the air out. Look up to the front, step walk. Lightly float to the top. Inhale, half lift. Reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, palms touch, gaze up. Exhale, palms come to heart center. And down by your side, Surya Namaskara A, one breath, one movement. Remember your options, knees, chest, chin is okay. Bhujangasana is okay, you don't have to do Chaturanga Dandasana. But make sure you complete your breath with each pose. Inhale, take your hands up, palms touch, gaze up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold it all the way down. Inhale, half lift, reaching the crown of the head forward. Exhale, take it back, knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana, your choice. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, 3 deep breaths. That is Surya Namaskara A, one breath, one movement, like it was written in Iyengar Yoga and Ashtanga Vinyasa Yoga. The more you practice it, the more you'll get used to it. Great way to warm up your full body. Last deep inhale. Exhale all the air out. Look up to the front, step walk, lightly float to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach up, upward salute. Exhale, palms to heart center. And down by your side. Again, Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, take your hands up, palms touch, gaze up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold it all the way down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, take it back. Knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, 3 deep breaths. Try to find that stillness in your downward facing dog now. On your next inhale, look up to the front, step walk or lightly float to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach all the way up, upward salute. Exhale, palms come to heart center and down by your side. Surya Namaskara B. Big toes to touch, heels are slightly apart. Inhale, sit down into your chair. Send your butt back. Tuck your tail in, suck in your belly button. Keep pushing your hips back, keep lifting your chest up. Hold it here, breathe. One more deep inhale. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, take it back, knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Listen. Now your left foot spins 45 degrees. Step forward with your right foot. Press down with both feet and rise up. Warrior one. Keep pressing into the back edge of the back foot. Your hips like headlights are facing forward. So your feet are on railroad tracks. They're not on a tightrope. So your hips can face forward comfortably. Breathe. Keep reaching those fingertips up. Keep sinking your hips low. Create a muscle memory for this pose because in the next time, you'll just come to this for one breath. One more inhale, reach your fingertips up. Exhale, plant your hands down, take it back, plank chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side now. Your right foot spins 45 degrees. Step forward with your left foot. Press down with both feet and then slowly come up. Biceps by your ears, reaching your fingertips to the ceiling. Warrior one on the left. Virabhadrasana one. Again, creating that strong back leg by pulling your quads up, pressing down with the back edge of the back foot, keeping a nice bend in your front knee. Breathe here. Create that muscle memory. One more inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant your hands down, take your vinyasa back to downward facing dog. Three deep breaths in downward facing dog. Every time you come to downward facing dog, try to find that stillness and reconnect with your breath. On your next inhale, look up to the front, step walk, lightly float to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, stand up tall. Palms come to heart center and down by your side. Surya Namaskara B this time. One breath, one movement. So we'll be coming to the warrior one just for one inhale before taking it back down for Chaturanga Dandasana. Big toes to touch, heels are slightly apart. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, take it back, Chaturanga Dandasana or knees chest chin. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Warrior one on the right. Left foot spins, right foot steps forward, press down, rise up. Just one inhale. Exhale, plant your hands back down, take it back, plank chaturanga. Coming back to a downward facing dog. When you're in a downward facing dog, warrior one on the left, right foot spins, left foot steps forward, press down, reach up, just one inhale. Exhale, take it back, plank chaturanga, up dog, and downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here. Let the Surya Namaskara be like it was written in Iyengar Yoga and Ashtanga Vinyasa Yoga. And it seems a little bit frantic the first couple of times, but you will get used to it. Again, a great way to open your hips and get that full body stretch. On your next inhale, look up to the front, step walk or lightly float to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, stand up tall, palms come to heart center and down by your side. Last time, Surya Namaskara B, big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Inhale, sit down into your chair. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, take it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, warrior one on the right. Left foot spins, right foot steps forward, press down, reach up. Exhale, plant your hands down, take it back to a downward facing dog, going through your vinyasa. Warrior one on the left, right foot spins, left foot steps forward, press down, reach up, just one inhale. Exhale, take it back down, plank chaturanga. Inhale to an up dog. Exhale to a downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here. On your next inhale, look up to the front, step walk or lightly float to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, stand up tall, palms to heart center, Samasthiti. And down by your side, mountain pose. We're going to do now a squat all the way down to the mat to do some hip stretches. So bring your arms out in front, send your hips back and squat down. Hold it here, breathe, suck in your belly button, tuck your tail in. Breathe. Send your hips a little bit more back, sit down a little bit lower. Your thighs are parallel to the mat now. Breathe here. This too shall pass. If your thighs are burning, stay with it. Breathe. And then come all the way down to the mat. Both pose. Lift your legs up straight away. Reach your fingertips towards your feet. Suck in your belly button. Lift your chest up. Don't round your back. Hold it here. Breathe. Keep squeezing your knees together and then keep squeezing both knees towards your chest. Kind of, it's like a short V, like a narrow V. And then release. Right ankle crosses over the left ankle. Plant your palms right by your hips. Lift your hips up if you can. Lift your feet up as well. And then set them down. Round 2, both pose. This time, grab a hold of your big toes with your peace fingers and extend those legs out. Coming into a variation of both pose. Keep sucking your belly button in. Keep lifting that chest up. Breathe. You can come back to a regular boat if this doesn't work for you. Hold it here. Breathe. Don't round your back. Don't sink into the lower back. And release. Left ankle crosses over the right ankle. Plant your hands down. Lift your hips up. If you can, see if you can lift your feet up as well. Release. Round 3, both pose. This time, grab a hold of the outsides of your feet or come to a regular boat if this doesn't work for you. Extend your legs out. Keep your gaze at your toes to keep your balance. Breathe. And release. Plant your feet down, maybe like a half a leg distance away from you. You're going to do a seated figure 4 stretch. So bring your right ankle on top of your left knee. And now if you have really open hips, which I don't have open hips, I have to keep working on it. You can bring your left foot in a little bit, plant your hands behind you for support, and then keep pressing the right knee away from you. And if you want, you can rock a little bit from side to side to open your hips here. Seated figure 4 stretch. Keep that right foot active, which means you're flexing that foot and pressing the right knee away from you. Now let's do rock the baby. You're going to grab a hold of that leg between your elbows. So foot comes in the left elbow, knee comes in the right elbow. Extend your left leg out. Now you're holding that the bottom part of the right leg like a baby, and you're just going to rock it from side to side. The higher you lift the foot, the closer you bring the leg into you, the deeper the stretch you'll feel in your IT band. Keep rocking the baby. Extend that left leg out, keep it active, keep that foot active. Now plant that right foot on the outside of the left leg for Ardha Matsyendrasana, seated twist. So cradle the right knee with your left elbow and twist to the right, twisting from the belly button, using your fingers behind you just as a touch point, gaze over your right shoulder. If you don't feel a stretch here, you can bend the left knee and bring that foot close to your bum. See if it deepens the stretch. Another option is to bring your left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Breathe into the stretch here. Slowly come back to center. Let's do the other side, planting your feet down again. This time you're going to bring the left ankle on top of your right knee. Flex that foot, keep it active, send that left knee away. Maybe take your fingertips behind you for support and bring that right foot as close to you as is comfortable to you without straining. So go ahead and rock if that feels good. And then you can rock from side to side. One side may be tighter than the other. You may feel that, you cannot bring the foot in as close as you did last time. And that's perfectly normal. But keep that left foot active. Keep pushing the left knee away. Now let's rock that baby, grabbing a hold of that lower part of the left leg in between your right and left elbows. Extend the right leg out. Sit up tall. You're going to hold. See if you can bring that foot up and closer to you and start rocking the baby. Again, you may feel that this side is tighter than the other side, and that's perfectly normal. For me, it is. Now plant that left foot on the outside of your right leg. Hug that left knee in with your right elbow and twist to the left, twisting from the belly button, using your fingertips behind you for support and gazing over your left shoulder. Again, if this is not enough of a stretch for you, you can bend that right knee and bring that right foot close to your bum. You can also take your right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Slowly come back to center, release. You're going to grab the backs of your thighs and roll all the way back on the mat for bridge pose. Planting your feet down, we'll do 2 rounds of bridge, 1 round of wheel. If you are enthusiastic today, then you can do all 3 rounds of wheel, grazing the backs of your feet with your longest finger. I'm going to take a variation of bridge with single leg. On your next inhale, press your feet down, press your palms down, lift your hips straight up and shoot that tail forward so that you have one straight line from your knees to your hips to your shoulders. Now press your feet, left foot down and bring your right foot up. Sole of the foot is parallel to the ceiling. Keep those hips lifted though. Keep lifting those hips up. Breathe. 3 deep breaths. One more deep inhale. Exhale, release, coming all the way down to the mat. Take your feet as wide as the mat. Windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Round 2, bridge pose, wheel pose, your choice. Planting your feet hip distance apart again, grazing the backs of your heels with your longest finger. This is to make sure that your knees are right on top of your feet. Press your feet down, press your hands down, lift your hips straight up and shoot your tail forward so that you have one straight line from your hips to your heel, to your hips to your, your knees to your hips to your shoulders. Now, if you did it on the other side, the single-legged bridge, you can bring the left leg up. Sole of the left foot is parallel to the ceiling. but make sure you keep lifting your hips up. 3 deep breaths. One more deep inhale. Exhale, release, and come all the way down to the mat. Round 3, bridge pose, wheel pose, your choice. First, let's do a few windshield wipers. So take your feet as wide as the mat. Drop your knees from side to side. Just releasing your lower back here. Feet come hip distance again. If you're taking wheel, plant your hands right underneath your shoulders. Your fingertips are facing your shoulders. Press your palms down, press your feet down, lift up, coming into a bridge pose, press your chest through, breathe here, keep sending those hips up and pressing those chest through for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're in wheel, tuck your chin and slowly land on the back of your head and release all the way down. Grab the backs of your thighs now and rock up and down. Rocking up and down a few times, tapping your toes to the front, shifting your weight back to your shoulders. And then when you feel ready, when you have a full spinal massage, cross your ankles, shoot back into a downward facing dog. Breathe here in downward facing dog. If your heart is racing because you did wheel pose, bring it back under your control. On your next inhale, look up to the front, step walk or lightly float to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Coming into eagle now. Take your arms out as a T. Right arm under, left arm over, wrapping it once or wrapping it twice. Maybe you just touch the backs of your hands or maybe your palms touch. Send your elbows up and send it forward. Right leg over the left leg, squeezing your thighs together and using the right toes as a kickstand is perfectly fine. Breathe here. Release your arms, bring that right knee up to your chest and send it back for crescent lunge. Breathe here. In crescent lunge, reach your fingertips up. Keep that back leg strong again. Back heel is right over your toes. Generous bend in your front knee. Palms come to heart center. Spin your back foot 90 degrees coming into warrior 2. Don't let that front knee cave. Keep pushing that knee out. Keep reaching your fingertips to both sides of the room. And keep your torso balanced so you're not leaning to the front or back. On your next inhale, flip your palm, reach forward and reverse your warrior. Exhale, take extended side angle pose. Reaching your right fingertips diagonally across the front corner of the room. Keep spinning your chest open to the ceiling. Maybe take your gaze to the ceiling. We'll all take a half bind now. So internally rotate that right shoulder and reach around to grab a hold of your left thigh. Keep opening that chest though. Maybe even turning your gaze up to the ceiling. Breathe here. Inhale, slowly come back, warrior 2. Straighten the front leg, point all 10 toes to the long edge of the mat. Toes and heels out so that the edges of your feet are parallel to the edges of your mat. For Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. Reach your arms out. So if I drop a string from your wrist, it should touch your ankle. Hands come to hips. Inhale, open your heart, look up. Exhale. Send your hips back and hinge from the hips to fold it all the way down. Fingertips come on the mat or a block. Inhale, half lift. Reach the crown of the head forward like you did in Ardha Uttanasana. And now tip your weight forward so that you have more weight in the balls of your feet, less weight in your heels, and you're pressing the outer edge of the feet. Take a deep inhale here, elongate your spine to the front. Exhale, again, hinge at the hips and fold, sucking in your belly button to make space. Breathe here. Keep pressing the outer edge of the feet down. Keep tipping your weight forward. Keep those legs active and breathe into your hamstrings. Deep hamstring stretch here. Inhale, half lift, one more time. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, press your feet down and come all the way up to standing. And exhale here. On your next inhale, go back to a warrior two. Exhale, windmill your arms, take it back, plank chaturanga, or come straight to a downward facing dog, skipping your vinyasa. Once you're in a downward facing dog, take a deep breath in and exhale it out. I'm going to turn around and face the other way. On your next inhale, look up to the front, step walk or lightly float to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, other side. Take your arms out of a T for eagle pose on the left. Left arm under, right arm over, wrapping it once or wrapping it twice. Send those elbows away from you and lift them up. Left leg over the right leg. Again, you can use those toes as a kickstand or, just wrap it around once. Keep squeezing your thighs together. Use your drishti, your gaze to find your balance. Breathe. Release your arms, bring that left knee up to your chest and send it back for crescent lunge. Reaching your fingertips up, keep that back leg strong. Palms come to heart center, left foot spins 90 degrees, warrior two. Reaching your right fingertips to the front, left fingertips back, but balancing your torso in between both of them. Strong warriors, keep that back leg strong, just like we did in warrior one. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, take extended side angle pose. Reaching those left fingertips to the front now. Your right elbow rests lightly on the knee. You're not going to dump too much weight into it. Internally rotate your shoulder, left shoulder, and reach around to grab a hold of your right thigh. Keep spinning your heart open to the ceiling. Keep gazing up at the ceiling if you can. Breathe here. On your next inhale, slowly come back, warrior two. Straighten the front leg again, all 10 toes, point to the front. Again, make sure the edges of your feet are parallel to the edges of the mat, which means that your toes are in, heels are out just slightly. I'm going to take a variation of Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold this time with a bind. So your peace fingers grab a hold of your big toes. If you cannot do that, then you can just grab a hold of your shins or ankles if you can reach them. So inhale, hands to your hips, roll your chest, look up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and come all the way down. Bring your fingertips to the mat or on blocks. Big peace fingers grab a hold of the big toes. Get a good grip and then roll your weight forward so that you're crushing your fingers. Inhale, elongate the spine. Reach the crown of the head forward like you did in half lift. On the exhale, suck in your belly button, send your elbows out and pull yourself down, reaching the crown of the head to the mat. Breathe into the backs of your legs. Breathe by pressing, keeping those legs active and rolling your weight forward. On your next inhale, lift up, look up halfway. Exhale, hands come to hips. Inhale, press your feet down and come all the way up. And exhale here. Inhale, reach your arms out again, warrior two. Exhale, windmill your arms, take it down, downward facing dog or vinyasa to downward facing dog, your choice. Always can skip your vinyasa if you're feeling a little bit winded, so that you get a couple of extra breaths in your downward facing dog. I'm going to turn back around again. Deep breath. Last inhale here. And long exhale. Look up to the front, step walk or lightly float to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up, upward salute. Exhale, palms to heart center and down by your side. Let's do gorilla pose, big toe pose and gorilla pose just to warm up those hamstrings a little bit more. Feet come hip distance apart, just like we did in the second variation of wide-legged forward fold. You're going to grab a hold of the big toes with your peace fingers. So in this time, I want you guys to bend your knees a lot so that you can reach a hold of those big toes. Inhale, peel your heart, lift up, look up. Exhale, send your hips back and come into a forward fold. Peace fingers, grab a hold of the big toes. Get a really good grip on the big toes. Roll your weight forward so that you're crushing those fingers. Now suck in your belly button, reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale and pull yourself down using your lats, using the strength of your biceps and your lats so that the crown of the head points towards the ground. Keep lifting your sit bones up. The goal here is to stretch those hamstrings. So you can breathe into it. Don't hyperextend or tear those hamstrings, but gently with each breath, you're going to send those sit bones up to the ceiling and breathe into your hamstrings. It's okay to have a generous bend in your knees. One more inhale and exhale it out. Inhale, half lift. On the exhale, slide your palms underneath your feet, coming into gorilla pose. Sliding your palms all the way so that your big toes tickle your wrists. Again, keeping a generous bend in your knees if you want to reach all the way to your wrist. Inhale, reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale again, pull yourself down, let your head and neck go, and roll your weight forward so that you can give your palms a really good massage. Lift your sit bones up, breathe into your hamstrings. Hold it here and breathe, 3 deep breaths. I know your hamstrings are probably screaming. Stay with it. Inhale, half lift. Reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, release your hands. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, press your feet down and come all the way up to standing. Exhale, shake it out. I think we are ready to try Bhuja Pirasana now, spider pose. I'm still stuck where I cannot cross my ankles, but I'll be happy if Katie, you can get it this time, at least one of us, but we still have 1 more week to do it. Inhale, take your hands up, 1 vinyasa to down dog. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold it all the way down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, take it back, Chaturanga Dandasana or knee step in. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. For Bhuja Pidasana, we're going to step our feet outside our hands, a little bit outside our hands, and then squat down a little bit so that we can get our shoulders underneath our thighs and plant our hands down. So go ahead and wiggle your calf, your leg over your shoulder like you're wearing a backpack and plant your hand down. Do it for both sides. Plant your hand down, press down with your palms and lift your heart up. Just like in crow pose, you want to look up, you don't want to look back. Now you can just stay here, squeezing your knees into your shoulders, or you can see if you can lift one foot up, set it down, lift the other foot up, set it down. Keep squeezing your shoulders with your knees so that they don't fall off. It's like a backpack with a Velcro on it. Keep pressing your hands down and see if you can lift both feet up. Now, hold it here, breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Release your hands, come into Malasana and hang out your knees wide, elbows land inside the knees. Drop your tail, lift your crown of the head up. Maybe sway from side to side. If this is not easy, you can always sit on a block. If you want to play some more with Bhuja Pidasana or maybe crow pose, if you want to do crow pose, so you want to lean forward so that your triceps are inside your legs and plant your hands down, squeeze your triceps with your knees and then lean forward, lifting one foot up and lifting the other foot up, coming into crow pose. Crow pose or Bhuja Pidasana, play with it. Archie, are you going to do crow pose? Okay, I'm going to give it one more shot. I hope you guys are playing with it. Again, planting your feet outside your hands a little bit. You want to get your legs over your shoulders like it's a backpack and plant your hands down into the mat. Press your hands down, wiggle your feet hip distance apart, and if you can, cross your ankles, do that. Press your hands down, lift your feet up, keep pressing down, breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Set your bum down. I hope you guys are done playing with it. Grab the backs of your thighs and come all the way down to your mat. Bring your knees in with you. Hug both knees into your chest. Give it a tight squeeze and rock from side to side, massaging your lower back. Hug your right knee into your chest. Send your left leg out, long and strong. Dig that heel into the mat, flex the toes, point it towards your face. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, crunch it in, forehead to knee. Press your lower back down into the mat. Inhale, head and shoulders come back down. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, head and shoulders come back down. On the exhale, send that right leg up, grabbing a hold of the back of the thigh or using a strap or grabbing a hold of the calf muscle here. For a hamstring stretch one more time. Keep sending that heel up to the ceiling. So if you send the heel up to the ceiling, you'll feel a deep stretch in the back of your leg. And with each inhale, See if you can gently straighten that leg. You don't want to hyperextend that knee. With each exhale, see if you can pull that leg a little bit closer towards you. Breathe into your hamstring here. Breathe into your glutes. Maybe it goes all the way down to your glutes. Now bring that left foot on the mat and cross the right leg over the left leg like you're a lady sitting in a chair. Drop both knees to the left and take a twist to the right, supine twist, extending your right arm out, gaze to the right. Come back to the center. Release your right leg on the mat. Hug your left knee into your chest. Give it a tight squeeze. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, forehead to knee, crunch it in. Press your lower back down for that abdominal crunch. Inhale, head and shoulders back down. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, head and shoulders back down. On the exhale, take that hamstring stretch, reaching the left leg up, pressing the heel up towards the ceiling. With each inhale, maybe gently try to straighten that knee. If you're hyperflexible, be careful not to hyperextend it. Breathe into the back of the leg. With each exhale, try to see if you can bring that leg a little bit closer to you. You can use a strap here or grab a hold of the back of your thigh, the back of your shin. Bring that right foot on the mat. Cross that left leg over the right leg like you're a lady sitting in a chair. Drop both knees to the right. Turn your gaze to the left. Supine twist. Slowly come back to the center. And take happy baby pose, grabbing the soles of the feet, reaching your arms through the inside of your knees to grab the outside of your feet, so the pinky toe side of the foot. So your arms are inside. You're grabbing the pinky toe side of the foot. Your fingers reach for the outside of the foot. Keep your tailbone down and try to bring the sole of the foot parallel to the ceiling, your knees wide, and press your knees down on the outside of your armpit. Breathe here, breathe into the opening that you feel in your hips. We did a lot of hip stuff, so maybe it's already really open. And slowly release. Take Supta Baddha Konasana, supine butterfly. Before we go into Shavasana, just for a few breaths, maybe you take one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Start observing your breath. Notice your belly as it rises up on the inhales and softens away on the exhales. Maybe close your eyes down and start slowing your breath down. About 5 more breaths here. Stay with your breath. And slowly release, bringing your hands to the outsides of your knees. Bring both knees into your chest. Give it a tight squeeze one more time. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, curl up into a tight ball. Take a deep inhale here, holding the breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release Shavasana. Drop your feet down, extend your legs out. Allow your ankles to fall open, taking up as much space as you want on the mat. Take your arms wide, palms face up. Release your shoulders from underneath you. Notice if they're pinched together. If they are, maybe you can even bring your arms up. Either way, palms face up. Soften your belly down. Maybe tuck your chin in just slightly so that the back of your head is resting on the mat and your neck is not arched. Allow yourself to relax here. Let go of your breath and let go of your body. Just allowing the weight of your body to sink completely into the mat. Like you're floating on a cloud of pillows. Enjoy these last few breaths of Shavasana, connecting with the body.